Hello, and welcome to Adventures with Alchemy, where we do tips, tricks, and tastes from around the culinary world. For those of you that don't know me, I am a big nerd. I love pop culture, I love Star Wars, I love Marvel, I love all that stuff, okay? And Star Wars particularly. The Mandalorian Season 2 just came out last week, and it is awesome. We are very excited, so excited that I am going to dedicate this whole episode to that show. Okay, and when talking about cocktails, when we're talking about the Mandalorian, there's only one cocktail to really talk about, and it is called the Child. It is also known by another character's name. It starts with a Y, and I mean, come on, we all know who I'm talking about. It's Yaddle, Yaddle. So it's got to be Yaddle. I mean, who else could it be? So. But that's not the name of the drink. The name of the drink is the Child. Remember that. Not Baby Yaddle or any other variation. Okay, so you've been warned. This is a very easy drink. This is a very approachable drink. This is something that doesn't require a sophisticated palate. This is something everybody can enjoy. Yeah, there are other variations of this drink depending on who you're talking to at your local bar. But this is kind of the universal way of making it. And if you ask for one of these in a bar, this is usually what you're gonna get, okay? So, let's get started with the Child cocktail, okay? The Child cocktail, you're going to need a few things. So let's mise en place. You're gonna have simple syrup, you're gonna have coconut rum, you're gonna have Melon Midori Liqueur, you're gonna have lime juice, you're gonna have pineapple juice, and then for your garnishes, you are going to need 2 lime wedges with slits in the middle. You're going to need some Liqueur cherries, and you will need some stabbers, okay? This is the type of glass you will need. It's called a coupe. You notice that it's similar to a Martini glass, but not quite. It's not as steep. It's not as, straight on the edges. It's small, like the Child. It's a small face, So, last thing, or things I should say, plural. Butcher's twine. Cheesecloth. If you don't have cheesecloth, use a napkin. It's fine. That's the Child. So, take your napkin or your cloth, whatever. Take your square. Bless you. And you're going to... Can I do my show? Thank you. So you fold it down like this. Okay, at the corner. See how the corner's in the back like that? And we are just going to cover and wrap. I'm excited too. We're gonna wrap the stem. All right. You want that fold to be facing out. What's so funny over there, weirdo? Okay, you got it wrapped. You got it tied. Let's make a drink. We begin with 0.75 or 3/4 of an ounce of fresh lime juice. 1.5 ounces of pineapple juice. Then we will do 1.5 ounces of coconut rum. 1.5 ounces of Melon Midori. And then finally, we're gonna do 1/4 ounce of simple syrup. Just a little bit, because the Midori is already sweet enough, and the coconut rum is gonna be sweet. Okay, so all your ingredients are in your shaker. Take some ice. Into the shaker we go. Pop that bad boy on. And let's shake. Shake it, shake it, shake it. Now, this is where things get a little fun. A little funky, I should say. Cut your lime wedge, okay? Cut a slit in the middle. Now, take your stabber and you want to put it in at an angle, okay? You want to put it at an angle right about here. So if the slit is right here, you want to go above the slit. And you're going to go forward like this, okay? See how it's at an angle? Okay, now from there, take your Luxardo cherry and look for the smoothest side. That's gonna be your eyeball. Stab the back side of it. Not all the way through, about 3/4 of the way through. So now you have your ear and your eyeball ready to go. Next, place it in there carefully and look for the right, angle of the way, look for the right look. You can move it forward slightly, pull it back slightly. You could also move the ears forward or backwards to see what gives you the best look. And there you have it. The baby Yaddle. I mean, the child. You like it? Think so? The resemblance is uncanny, isn't it? So, enjoy. Melony. Well, that was fun. I mean, come on. The child cocktail, the asset, whatever you want to call it. Eye-opening. Just fun stuff. Now, we thought food would be a fun way to go. And particularly cake pops. We thought cake pops would just be awesome because of the little head and the colors and there's just so many reasons. What we also learned is that making cake pops is extremely difficult, at least to make them well. So my hat's off to you bakers out there who make excellent cake pops, because I found out it's really, really hard. Now, with our show, we start on a certain day and we try to have it ready by the weekend. And sometimes there's just no turning back. And that was the case with these cake pops. So I'm gonna take you through the process. We're gonna learn how to make them. And then you'll see. So let's get started. First, you wanna make your cake. Now, it could be chocolate, it could be vanilla, it could be whatever flavor you want it to be. We used angel cake, okay? We made one by scratch, and then we also made one from the box, just to see the difference. Personally, scratch always wins, but it's up to you. So, you make your cake, let it cool, shred it all up. After you've shredded it, you can use frosting, you could use cream cheese frosting, you can use whatever sort of frosting you want to use, but you need something to kind of gel everything together, right? You need something to kind of hold all that. So you take your shredded cake, you take your frosting and you mix it all together until you have mush, and then start molding. Now, tools for molding. You want to use, go and do your research, but there's a lot of fun tools you can use specifically for cake pops. Some of them are like, little handheld, they're like scissors, but they're half circles and they scoop, they make half circles. In fact, you have your full ball once you put it together. Yeah, I said ball. I did, I said that. Anyway, you put it together, create your ball, you put your stick in, awesome stuff, right? Put it in your fridge. There's little cake stands you can put them in, you put them in the fridge. Hopefully there's a lot of fun pictures popping up right here so I don't just look stupid doing things with my hands like this. Thank you, honey, love you. And yeah, so you get your molds, get them ready however you want to get them ready. And then we move on to frosting and decorating, right? So you have melting candy that you can use for coating. You can do fondant, and you could do many different things. You can do frosting. We used fondant for this. You want to get that nice green fondant, and you could do some for the ears, and it comes out really pretty. You could also do some regular white fondant and color it up, so you could do this part. I use frosting for this little area, so it's not just all fondant. You know what I mean? Last but not least, you want to find quality chocolate or even the little pastry pens, as they are very, very useful for doing little details, okay? Now, once you're all set up, once you start putting everything together, it should look something like this. But it most likely, if it's your first, second, or third time like it was for us, me particularly, it's gonna look something like this. So, you want this, not this, but do your best. Have fun. It's about having fun in the end. It's about, getting together with the person you love or the kids or whatever, whoever you're trapped in the house with, and just having a good time. Eat some cake, get dirty, have fun. That's what it's all about. Oh yeah, and may the force be with you. See you next week. Yeah? All right, yeah. Let's go watch your show. Now, if you ever happen